always something going on in the royal household, and this week has been no different. Each Saturday I like to give you a rundown, and who'd better to do so than royal biographer Angela Levin. Right, Angela, you take me through this, start me from the top. There's a lot going on.
Yes. Well, Thursday was the Maundy event, and King Charles was very, very upset he couldn't make it. He made a speech about how he longed to be there, but Camilla did it for him. It's the first time a Queen Consort has done that ever, so it's quite an important thing. She did it beautifully. She did it so warmly, giving 75 men and 75 women little tiny purses with silver money specially made for it. You know, if they are, they've worked in the army and certain things, and they're older and find life difficult, this is a special prayer. And she was chatting away, you know, she had, it's not easy to talk to one person after another for about 2-3 minutes, you know, but she was smiling, and she's doing the most brilliant job. If you look back 30 years when everyone said she was going to ruin the monarchy and it would fall apart, and here she is holding it up, you know, with both hands and working very hard. What we hope is to see King Charles tomorrow, that he's the services in Windsor, and he hopes to walk down the hill there on his own with Camilla, and then back up afterwards, which is quite a big thing to do. I think it was a bit dodgy for the palace to say this is definitely going to be there, because, you know, you can wake up feeling really unwell, but hopefully he will make it, and it will be a step forward. He can't sit next to everyone. He'll be on his own. And he needs to be very careful. I thought the photograph of him talking about the Maundy event, he didn't look very well.
No,
but then you don't look very well when you're in such a situation. But he's very determined, and I hope that it works very well for him. And he'll be very pleased. It will be a step forward.
And what about the late Duke of Edinburgh? The statue in Cambridge is going to be knocked down, right?
Yes. Well, if you saw the statue, you would absolutely. It's terrible. It cost £150,000 in bronze.
For a statue?
And it's 14 feet high. But he doesn't have a face. He looks like a ghost, or that a piece of material has run over his face. It was put up without any agreement in 1914, and they've now 2014, sorry, and they now want to get rid of it because the council says they've never seen anything so terrible.
So it's only been up for, what, 9 years, not even 10 years?
Yeah.
It's coming down.
But the person who made it, he said, yes, it was me originally, and now he says, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't done it.
I don't think I'd help to that either.
He doesn't want any blame for it. I mean, it is absolutely hideous. You would never know who it was. You'd think it was somebody out of a terrible film, like. So, you know,
like that's... Edward Scissorhands or something like that.
Yes, but he doesn't agree that he did it. But it's a shame, though, and there's no comment that they will put something in its place, and I think they jolly well should. He'd been looking after Cambridge universities for 36 years and spent a lot of time doing that.
If you're watching on TV, the statue is up now. If you're listening on radio, it's this ghastly, ghostly white face with which appear to be a graduation hat and then some robe. But it's in blue and yellow stripes, thick stripes down. It's just it's creepy.
It is very creepy. They said it's just out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
But why did it go up like that?
Well,
why did they like that face? It could have changed the face afterwards,
at
couldn't
least
they?
put a face on it. But the thing is, the person who created that has denied all knowledge.
Yes, that's right. I don't blame him, actually. I don't blame him.
No, we haven't heard from the Dastardly duo at all for a while. What's going on with Harry and Meghan?
Well, what I think is very strange about Harry, and quite annoying, is that he hasn't tried to go to Congo to stop the raping and fighting that's going on there.
But there's no indication that is he aware of it, and is this definitely...
Since 2010,
this is the charity that would...
It's a charity, it's the African Parks, and they go over 49.4 million acres, right? So it's huge. They go from country to country, and the people who are running it and working there are raping people and fighting with them.
Now, this was in a report. This wasn't in an article.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, I can't verify that. That's just what has been reported.
Yes. Harry was very involved. He was a director and then he went on the board.
But there's no indication that he's aware of what was going on, though? There's no...
Well, since 2010 he's been aware because he's been on the board of management. So there's been complaints about that, of what's been going on. But he hasn't done anything that's come out in the press, let's put it that way. And I think that he should. It's a responsibility.
So what are you suggesting, that he should detach himself from that charity?
Well, he either should detach himself from the charity or he should be trying to make something happen about the aggression and things like that.
We don't know that he's not doing that, though. He could well be behind the scenes.
Well, it seems people are still complaining that he's not doing anything to help. So I don't know what he's doing, but it's nothing that is coming to the press, and he would be proud of that if he was doing something and he sorted it out. Yeah. And he'd be a good man to try and do that because he's very good with dealing with people of those sort of situations. The other thing,
he needs to disassociate himself from it swiftly, I suggest.
Yes, he should do, but he should have done that a few years ago. And Meghan, of course, I find it very difficult that she only had one page that came out again of her new website, but she hasn't got the staff, and she wants to make now animal food and stuff as well.
Animal food, for goodness sake. Listen, thank you very much. The brilliant Angela Levin.